Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the FV4202. Such a good tank, and it's a tank I absolutely adore. If it wasn't for the Leopard one, this is close up there to the Leopard one with one of my favorite tanks in the game, and that's when you use it correctly. Now, this does have two guns. It has the HESH gun and it has a heat gun. Now, the only way I would say play this is with the HESH gun, because that's what makes this tank so unique and just so good. The HESH on this thing is, what, 231 millimeters with that's with calibrated shells. Obviously, it has HESH. You should use the calibrated shells anyway. Anything with HESH or heat or anything like that, you do get the advantage of running the calibrated shells. So the HESH on this thing is almost the same penetration as, say, a Batchat's normal pen. And you can HESH a lot of things, like this KPF, the side of a KPF, no problem. We're going to reload. And we're going to poke up again. I know he's on a long reload, and as soon as he turns, the front plate of a KPF, no problem, 550 damage. And I would probably say about 85 to 90% of my shots on this tank is with HESH. And again, just like Bushka would say, it's kind of a high risk, high reward kind of situation. Is you shoot the HESH and you could pen a lot of tanks, most tanks side, if not even almost all tanks side, and almost, well, all tanks from the rear. And a lot of tanks you can actually pen. I mean, look, IS-7, get behind him, don't need to aim, 463 alpha. And we're going to do it again to his turret when we've reloaded. Side of the turret, 471, no problem. And this is, if you can use the HESH almost like all the time, your DPM will be over 4,000 DPM. It's insane, and people, I don't know why the tank's not overly popular. I love the tank, I really do adore the tank, but you need to play it right. You need to use the HESH, and a lot of the times you will fire HESH and it will only do 10 damage or 20 damage, or sometimes a little bit more. But again, as I've said, it's the kind of high risk, high reward. And you can see here on Canyon, we've already got the HESH loaded. We've already got it loaded. And you have to fire it. To pump up that DPM, you have to fire that HESH. If you use the heat gun, then it's just an average tank. And I mean, it's okay. Just like we get there, the side of an IS-8, we do 110 alpha in damage into him. But we're going to come again with the HESH, no problem, and we do 416. A lot of the tanks, I mean, this Chieftain up here, the T54, you can pen these guys, the front bottom plate, with HESH, easy. And that is what you got to do. Don't be afraid to use the HESH. Now, the armor's very weird on this tank. The hull can get kind of tough, but your turret isn't the strongest turret in the world. And in fact, probably the tier 9 version of this, the Centurion 7-1, has the same gun, but it has a stronger turret. So a lot of people does prefer the Centurion over this tank, but I prefer this all day long. It's quicker. I mean, we could pen the bottom of that T54 if we wouldn't have donked our shot. But that's what just makes this tank so good. And I will be doing another video on the FV4202 soon. I'm working on it, and we're actually going to do it for our Right Tank Wrong Gun series. So we are going to use the HESH gun, the heat gun, which is still a good gun. I mean, the biggest downfall, I think, with this gun is your premium round is the HESH. So if you come up frontally against, let's say a mouse, and you can't get around him and you can't penetrate him, you haven't got no pramo with 300 plus penetration to go through his armor. So it makes you play a different way, and it makes you get around the tanks, because you've got to use it as you haven't got your pramo. The APCR is what, 240 odd millimeters, 245 maybe, and it also does have the cheap HE with the cheap HESH, which is not as good penetration, but it still does the same damage. And of course, we're going to use it. It's a lot cheaper, against these grills. Now, this game so far, we have a pretty good game. There's an IS-7. We could potentially shoot him with HESH, but with the spaced armor, it's a Russian tank. We don't want to kind of risk that. So we went to turn around, and now we're going forward. And you can see I can't go forward. If I go forward, I'm going to get shot from this IS-7. And this T-54, just because he wanted to YOLO, he thinks it's okay to sit behind me so I can't move. And because of that, I am going to get shot from the IS-7. And now, with 4 against 5, I'm a one-shot. And I'm just like, dude, fuck off. Like, why are you right here? You can go the left of me. You can go the other side of this canyon. But you decide to sit right behind me. I mean, fuck, he can go where he is now, behind the rock. But he decided to sit right behind me. So I wasn't trying to push him out in the open. I was literally just pushing him away from me, so I can actually move my tank. And you can see he's going to die at any moment. But at the moment, the E100 and him are keeping the Leopard PTA occupied. And again, we're going to pump out that HESH, and we're going to do some farming against this Leopard. 393, pretty low roll there from T-54 there. Report FV4202. Yeah, because you wanted to sit right behind me. Good one. 0 help. 0 help! What? You are having a bubble. I am on 5,300 damage. I'm only a one-shot because of you. And I gave no help. Yeah. Good one. We're not going to end there. I mean, 5,300 damage is pretty good, and we're going to get a nice HESH shot right. We can shoot through the tracks, and we get a high roll into that poor Leopard, and that pushes us up to now to around 6k damage, and just 2 tanks left. So I really want to, again, we're going to use this HESH for the grill, but sadly we low roll again. 359. He shoots there. Don't know if he's shooting. Maybe if he would have shot HE, he would have just splashed me, but we do take him out to put us now on 3 kills and 6,300 damage. And it just leaves this IS-7, who is a one-shot, and we are able to get up, and we are going to take the kill for our 4th kill. So 6,500 damage, but yet the T-54 said no help. I was there all game, dude. I was in one of the most OP positions in the entire game, farming damage, and I aced the tank while you got 800 damage. Good one. So not a bad battle, but the next up we have Goose, a really good friend of mine, and he's going to play it absolutely fantastic, and he is on Rockfield, and this is an amazing game, one of the best FV4202 games I have seen in a very long time, if not ever. So he's going to push to the right side, which is the medium route, which is the best position, and of course in this bush here to try and spot anything that comes around the corner. And of course, if anything goes to the corner, he will have side shots and he will be able to use the HESH. Now, I don't think he uses too much HESH. I can't really remember. I mean, the side of this KPF, if that was me, I would have HESH loaded. You can penetrate the side of that, no problem whatsoever. However, he's going to stick to the APCR for now, and he gets that shot on the Conqueror. That does put him spotted, though. But he's got his team, I mean, all of his team are around this area. So it's most of the enemy, I think, are around. And this is what I'm saying about the mouse. We can't, in these kind of positions where you can't penetrate his cheeks, you would usually switch to the heat and penetrate the cheeks. So he used the HESH there to try and get a shot on the grill, but of course the mouse moved in the way and he done what, 30 damage. So not good. So at the moment he's only on 400 damage, and again the grill pokes out 532 damage. And if you can get these rolls, I mean, you average around 450, 500 for a HESH. If you can shoot only HESH, you're doing 500 damage every 6.9 seconds. It's crazy, and it would make the tank the highest DPM tank in the game, or probably second other than the SU-122, if you're shooting the HESH, because the HESH has probably more penetration than the SU, to be honest. If not, it'll be close. But in these situations, again, I didn't think he was going to use the HESH there, but he's always switching back to the APCR, where I'm completely different. The AMX 30B now, He's raging at the team again, just like the T-54. I don't know if it's the same player, but he's raging at the team for no help. Where Goose is sat there, he's on 2,700 damage, and he's taken no damage in return. And now he's going to go and chase a flanking T-62A. Even though probably the 263 may have not needed the help because he has great DPM anyway. But Goose is going to get there. I think he was going to go for the ram now. I'm not 100% sure. But he decided not to because they are losing. It was 3 against 6. And you lose. Lose, blah, whatever. Nice APCR shot there. It does set him on fire. So he does around the same damage. And now all of a sudden he leaves him on his own against 5 tanks. He does take out the cavalry, the KPF. So he has now bring it down to a 1 versus 4. Nice bounce there. I mean, the Conqueror has got the stock gun. Dealing 100. He's going to pen because, again, the armor's not the greatest on this tank. And you can be shooting this Conqueror bottom plate. He is going to do it just to guarantee the kill. And just look how easy that Conqueror is to penetrate. So already 4 kills, 5,200 damage. And he's got 3 tanks all around him. He's got the Jagdtiger, which he's going to go for. Again, bottom plate, no problem whatsoever. And it's now 5 kills, 1 against 2. He's at the moment, he's ignoring the mouse. He's ignoring the mouse. He doesn't need to shoot the mouse. The mouse can shoot him, no problem. He is going to put him down to a 1 shot. But as soon as he clears the grill, yes, he's only on 28 HP, but he's now alone against a half hit point mouse. He's already on 6,700 damage, 6 kills. If he wants to win this, he needs a Razani medal, 1 against 5, and he needs big damage. So he's now pushed his damage up to 7,100 damage, and if he can just keep circling this, nice shot. And he needs to go now the mouse shot, but again, he's angling, and he angled in time. And that's like one of the only situations you need the heat. And he could have switched to the heat, and he would have been able to pen. Now, he may have shot HE. He may have been able to shoot HE at the bottom plate, the weakest part. It wouldn't have killed him, but it might have brought him down to a 1 or 2 shot, just with a splash. So you can see him now. I think he's panicking a bit. He's on 6,854 damage, which means with 150 HP left to go, if he can get this shot, it means it will push him above 8,000 damage. And you can just see he really wants to bait the shot. He really wants the mouse to shoot. If the mouse can shoot, I think he'll have time just to rush forward, get to the side, and clear him for his 7th kill. But at the moment, the mouse is giving him a hard time. He's not going to go out easily. It's going to be difficult. And you can see almost there. Again, he's spotted. He's poking out. He really wants that mouse to shoot. And he just wants just a little bit of luck, just a pen on the cheeks. It is pennable. I mean, at the angle he's at, he can pen. And you can see the time's running out. He's still trying to shoot the cheeks of the mouse, but he does need to be careful. The mouse only has to shoot HE at this guy. The mouse only has to shoot HE and it will give him the win. But now, mouse is not spotted. He's going to poke out, and again, is he going to get the shot? He misses. Come on, mouse, just shoot. Come on, just shoot. He's going to try again. Is he going to get it? Oh, he got it. He got it. 7 kills, 1 versus 5, 8,000 damage. So thank you, Goosey, for sending me that replay in. So that is the FV4202. Such a fun tank to play when played correctly. Again, it's been through the works. It's had the HESH gun. It got removed. The HESH gun got removed. It then had a heat gun. That then they decided to bring the HESH back. It's just been everywhere. And it wasn't the same tank without that HESH. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye-bye.
Alright.